Alright, we're back out here. About to start working on this thing, getting ready for the teardown and all that, cleaning up everything. Thinking what I'm start doing is go ahead and sand everything and get it into a primer. And then probably start with just taking off some of the accessories to paint it and get everything a little more opened. And then I'll look at actually tearing into the motor and everything, but I want to get all this firewall cleaned up best I can, get everything out of the way, taped up, get everything in primer, get all the surface rust off of it. It's going to be a lot of sanding. I doubt you are going to want to see that, so probably what I'll do is just do the work and then pick up and show, you know, progress, like once this side's done, once the firewall's done, stuff like that. Get all the accessory drive off, the extra hoses off, get everything to where it's easier to get in there and work. So I'll pick up once I get some of that done. Alright, so it's been a minute on the F100 project since I picked the camera up. I've done a lot of work off camera to kind of show how everything is, how rusty everything is under there. So I've got this side done. I've sanded everything. I've painted it. Went with the blue color to try to match this. Got everything in black. It's all dirty right now from where I've been working on it. Got new shocks on it. Got plugs in it. I've already done the heads, tore those down, everything. I've got it to where I think it's top dead center right now. I got to finish doing the plug wires. The guy gave me some headers for it. I go to replace the headers. Turned out it's 2 passenger side shorty headers. And I ordered some long tube headers. And as you can tell by the good old faithful beat the piss out of it method, I wasted $400. But I did pick up some new wheels for it. I was gonna have to buy tires because all these have dry rot in the sidewall, except for this one. It's the only new one. I'm keeping this set of wheels, but for now I'm gonna run these. I picked these up for 1,800 bucks. I got brand new 33s on it. Haven't even touched the road on a vehicle. Doing the suspension done up like this. I've got halfway. I've got the axle fully black, but I got to finish these bars in blue. And I got to do the spindle and the spring and everything on that side. But got the frame painted up, firewalls painted up, engines painted up, the brackets are painted, everything's back on. New water pump. The alternator looked pretty new, so I left it alone. I'm having trouble finding this power steering pump specifically, and I think I'm just gonna keep it because it was working. It's just the lines were leaking. So now I gotta figure out how to find the lines. I'm having a lot of trouble out of finding parts for this truck because the dude told me it's a 77 front axle, it's a 71 chassis, and a 74 460, but the heads he gave me are the ones with the big spark plug holes, as if it was 429 heads or whatever. I think it's 429, maybe wrong, but it's the 18mm spark plugs. Over here on this side, the long tube header is hitting. So those are just not going to work. I'm going to try to get better shots of cleaning this side up, but without having some sort of tripod or a cameraman or something, it just makes the work take 10 times longer than me trying to pick the camera up, go back to recording, set it down, make sure it's out of the way. and all that. So for now, the videos are kind of just going to be do the work, then show it after. Eventually, I want to get it to where I can actually record me doing the work to it better. That way it's a little more entertaining to watch. I can throw the front clip back on it. Once that's done, fire it up, make sure everything's good, and then we can go start going from the cab back, start doing the frame underneath it, go to the inside, redo the floor pans. The floor pans are in good shape. They're just rusty and bare, so I'm gonna clean them up, get a coat of paint on them. I know this doesn't look the best with all the pitting and there's still rust holes and all that. It looks better than just being plain out rust. So, update on the cat eye. I got some 26s and 37s for it. I was on 22s and 37s. And then I got 22 by 12s with brand new 33s for this. And don't worry, these are staying. These are just new tires. These ones are dry rotted. Alright, I think first thing we're gonna do, we'll remove this steering stabilizer, start getting this cleaned up, clean the rest of these bars up, sand them real good, go over them with a wire brush, get all the grease off of it and everything like that. And then we'll get everything in primer. But I think this time, last time I was doing everything in stages, and as you can see, like right there, there's overspray on the blue, so I have to hit that again and all that, and trying to tape everything off, it was just a headache. So I'm gonna get everything in primer, that way I don't have to worry about primer overspray on the colors. And then we could do black, and then everything that's black, tape it off and spray everything that's blue. That way it'll turn out better. For removing this, just 9/16 on an impact. Well, of course this one's gonna spin, but since I'm trying to hold the camera, I can't hold that from spinning really. I'm trying to do it with my foot. You just take it off on this end, and then there's one on this end, and then that just pulls out of there. You have the same thing over here. It connects down here, so it goes from the axle to this bar here. There's two of them that go there, top and bottom, and then you have this one here. But once you get this pulled out, you can get in there to that bar and get in under here and get everything a lot easier, and that's why I'm taking those out. And I got new ones. It's got shock on that side, shock on this side, 3 steering stabilizers, and then in the back it's got it's not gonna focus. It's got 4 shocks on the rear. Hold that bar from spinning. Once both sides are out, you just compress it and then pull the other side out. Now you can get all this cleaned up. We got this cleaned up all the way over. Your best friend for this is going to be some sandpaper like this. Definitely invest in you some wire brushes, because spots like here where it's hard to get in between, or over here on the back side where it's hard to get to them bolts, this is going to be your best friend for cleaning stuff like that. Now that we've got this cleaned, those are ready for primer, but we're going to go ahead and clean this off and get the bottom of this clean, and then take the tire off to get to the spindle and the axle and everything better. That way we can do a piece of tape over this black here and just get everything in primer all in one go. Alright, I've got primer on everything. As far as these bars go, I did this side in primer. Next step is going to be taking the tire off, getting the spindle and the rest of the axle and all that stuff in the spring, getting it ready. I did some work off camera yesterday, went ahead and got the rest of the axle done, the rest of these bars done. Got everything painted over here. I had masked everything off with some tape and then painted everything. Went ahead and clear coated all of it. Put this wheel on and put this shock on today. And then I've got the steering stabilizers to throw on the front of here. And I got a chrome diff cover to replace that one. I just didn't go get a gasket yet, and I haven't opened the box to see if it comes with a gasket or not. But I'm gonna slap these on real quick. That way the front end will be quote unquote done. And then we'll see about moving further back on the truck, whether it be underneath it or moving into the cab and starting on the floor and everything in there. Alright, I've got the first one on there. Now the second one goes right above it. And the last one goes from this bracket over to here. These are real simple. You just do the little plate, rubber plate, nut, and then you tighten it down. Alright, we've got all three of those on. They're super simple. We got the boots on them. The red doesn't really match with the blue, but I'm gonna have all the suspension the same, so hopefully it won't look too bad. I wish I could order the boots specifically in blue, but trying to do that at O'Reilly's where half the time they can't even get the fucking right parts. Good luck trying to have them custom order anything. So those three are on. Slap this one on real quick, and that'll be the front end tied up until I get my headers to come in. This is a f100 frame from 71 with a 74 460 in it, so it's hard to get anything to actually fit together on this. As you can see from the long tubes, these are long tubes for a 460, but they will not fit in an f100 frame, which is something I was not aware of. The guy that sold me the truck sold me these, or he didn't sell them with, he gave them to me with the truck. It's Hedman Specialty Shorties, made to fit this application. Well, they messed up somewhere along the line and sent me two for the passenger side, which is why I bought those long tubes in the first place. So now, again, I have another set of headers on order. It's supposed to be the same as those ones, and hopefully this time I'll actually get a passenger and a driver side one, and we can finally square that away, put the front clip back on it, get everything ready to where we can crank it, see if we got it dialed in or not, mess with the time and all that stuff. Hopefully everything's just where it needs to be. I don't have to do too much tuning, because I've never really been good at the tuning. But right now it's top dead center. It's right here on number one, as it should be. Got plenty of wiggle room for adjusting my vacuum advance, so hopefully it's good. Alright, I have the front end all matching, all back together. Just wait for the headers to come in, then we can do the front clip. I'll probably just go ahead and make what I have into a video, and then we'll pick up where we left off on the next video, which should be putting headers on, putting the front clip back on, bolting everything up, and seeing if we can get this thing to fire back up. Then once we get it fired up, check, make sure everything seems happy, see if it was a stuck valve or if it's what I'm suspecting, because I did find multiple vacuum leaks that I've now plugged, if it had nothing to do with the heads in the first place. But I just took the dude's word for it. I already had the extra set of heads, so went ahead and swapped it out while I had all this off, because it'd be the easiest time to do it. Same thing with me going with the headers. The manifolds were cracked in half, which is the main reason I'm replacing those. But it'd be a lot easier to do it while everything's open like this. So we'll go ahead and get it done. But all that'll be in the next video. I don't know how much of it will actually be in the next one, but that's what our plan is. So if y'all like what I've done with the truck, if you're curious as to what it looked like before, go watch my other videos. It's got some before and afters. If you want to get updated sooner than what you would on YouTube, go check out my TikTok. It's chance.tate, or add me on Snapchat too. I put updates on there. Eventually we'll get all this underneath done, put a new set of mufflers on it and everything, and get the inside all straightened up. At some point I'm gonna see how bad this bed's actually rusted. I know there's a hole there, but we might be able to just patch that and sand the rest of it and paint it and everything. But y'all tune in for the next one.